Hello, you beautiful Taurus. This is your gentle tarot reading for the dates of May 7th through May 13th. And Taurus, looks like you are on your spiritual quest because you pulled two cards that indicate that go like one right after another. You are symbolized by the Epiphany card. It's and in the normal Rider-Waite tarot deck, that would be the Hermit. And so that's you, and then above you in your near future is the Four of Swords cards. And again, that's more of the same. And remember, when we have two or more major arcana cards, it means it's indicative of change. And you have the wheel of fortune goes round and round. So anyway, you have the wheel that is in your recent past, and it heralds new beginnings, like exciting changes are coming. Unexpected events are meant to point you in the right direction, a fresh start, and optimism for the future. And you're crossed. Okay, so let's go back to the Four of Swords card, and it's in your near future. Time to take a break. So it's time to take a break, but like, I know Tauruses because I've had Taurus friends, and I know how you're perfectionists. So when it's time to take a break, you know, you're ready for it because you like your home life, but you also like getting out there. But what I'm saying is, you're perfectionists, and you're people that you know when you need a break. So this is one of those times. And if you try to do the mental pursuit game, all it's going to do is irritate you to the point where you're just like, well, why didn't I just go have a nice hot bath, or why didn't I just begin the evening there instead of, leave that for the last thing to do. It's like surrendering to the idea of just rest and relaxation, and like sitting by that brook, that bubbling brook, and letting the water take you off into the land of meditation, and releasing the day or releasing the project. So again, the Epiphany card, the Hermit on its path, when they've created these cards way back they went back to Egypt. So when they created these cards, they were using images that were apparent for them. So the Hermit goes off on her own, to rediscover herself. And you know about your quest of discovery already because you've been on it before. You've walked the pilgrimage, or you've walked the symbolic pilgrimage, and either you're looking for a mentor or you're becoming somebody's mentor, not somebody's guru, but somebody's mentor, and you're to heed your own advice, meaning like it's a time to give to yourself, go into deep meditation, and if you're not listening, if you're being stubborn and getting in your own way, you need to come back from the forest so that you can see the trees, and also enjoy the trees, the mystical trees, the mystical forest, the mystical path, where the trees are divided and then you see the path. Okay. So, again, and the wheel helps you, okay. The wheel points you, because if you had delays, then those things are breaking loose. If you've been delayed for any reason, now this heralds the fact that things are now going to be okay for you to do. Like, we just had Mercury retrograde for so a lot of people that was holding things up in the past. And, or something fell through. But it was meant to fall through, and now you're redirected again on your path, the one that you wanted to be on. And for some reason I'm tongue-tied, so I'm going to actually listen to, that's usually when Spirit wants to come through. So I'm going to listen to see what Spirit wants to say. I'm supposed to tell you that your journey can be enjoyable. And for some reason, I'm getting the sense that of somebody sitting and eating some chocolate, some giving to themselves by eating some chocolate. It's probably because Steve, my beloved here, just had some chocolate. But I think when I was doing the cards, I was like getting the sense of somebody, it's like the richness of life that you are enjoying, because like in the future card you have your Knight of Cups card, and this is usually associated with falling in love. You know, it could be indicating engagements or weddings, but when the Knight of Cups cards, I used to like seeing this card. This is like your knight in shining armor coming along to sweep you off your feet. And here's the horse symbolism. Horse symbolism for those of you who've watched the Kentucky Derby. So there you go. If you attended the Kentucky Derby, some of you Taurus, okay. So it's actually like, do I do it again? So actually it kind of reminds me of a person who's in love with life and has a great deal of enthusiasm and can actually entertain themselves, have amazing resources, and have vast abilities to entertain themselves. And they're either poetic or dramatic or just super optimistic, and so it kind of heralds creative or artistic proposals, as well as situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So like somebody who's really cerebral and enjoys teaching people, like a spiritual teacher, and they're so talented. Like, these people are so talented, and like they can just so easily entertain themselves because there's so much amusement swimming around in their heads. And again, that chocolate just keeps coming up. So I mean, weddings are a great time to imbibe in chocolate, and chocolate fountains. And anyway, you're crossed, so this is the best that you can hope for by the Ten of Coins. And if that's not this, like, whole reading is about somebody that enjoys the richness of life, but not like in the, not just with money, because money is, they're a self-actualizer. Money is just frosting on the cake. And you know I'm not just talking to one person. So you Taurus are just these incredible, you can like create things easily, and things have come to you easily and effortlessly. Maybe the only thing that has avoided you or evaded you was loneliness from time to time, and or feeling like you're not doing enough to help the world, or what else? And then hypercritical of yourselves, or not allowing yourself to be in present time to enjoy richness, the joie de vivre. And so back to your Ten of Coin cards that's crossing you. It's kind of like these people, they know to choose, they understand like to choose people and recreate families that aren't necessarily their birth families, right? Maybe these people are retired, maybe they have invested well. It's the happily ever after card. It's crossing you, so that's the best you can hope for. And you know, they're self-actualizers, so they're either spiritual teachers, or they know they're on a quest. They know about the quest of life. They've been on a spiritual pilgrimage. They serve as role models for other people. But there's kind of like, I just get that overall sense of maturity. It's just like if you eat chocolate. Like, chocolate is rich, creamy, and delectable, and it goes well with so many things. I'm getting people hungry. You know, you can pair it with this, or, you know, it can be dripped over pears, or, you know, it's just like there's this richness and vast deepness that transcends time and space and goes and yeah. So it's just not about this life, but it's about the soul, how the soul, the depthness that transcends the soul. And in front of you is a Nine of Swords. And a lot of you are just worrying excessively about nothing. Just about like, it's like nothing. So it's disrupting your sleep. And we just went through Mercury retrograde first, so give yourselves a break. You know, like, get yourself some nice cushy pillows. Talk to a friend who laughs at you and tells you, hey, take some melatonin before you go to sleep. But no, they like their life so much that they sit there and ponder what they're going to do instead of letting their body relax and drift off to a natural sleep. And or they're so busy that they don't have their creature comforts with them, that helps them drift off. So you remember, I'm going to give you permission to do that, to take melatonin and or any, you know, safe supplement that you can consume, you know, and that's good for your body, and so that you can sleep soundly. Give that to yourself and just shut down your mind, and you're going to let somebody else have the heavy responsibility of saving the planet for the night. So, and for this coming week, that's what you're going to do. So anyway, and I'm supposed to listen to the Supreme Being. Yes, if I've covered all bases. Anything else you'd like to say? And they're like, why me worry? What? Why me? Worry? So, thank you so much for being a kind and generous audience. I hope this has been helpful. I've appreciated the messages that I receive from the Great Beyond. Hopefully they can uplift you and help you and guide you. Thanks so much until we see each other again. Okay, bye-bye. And sweet dreams.